Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is going to be a bit of a road trip. We're going to go to 3 places. First, I want to go to the opening ceremony of the Olympics and see what was all to talk about the mockery situation. Then we're going to go over to the White House in D.C. just because I want to see what's the mood like in there since, Kamala has picked her running mate. And let's just get the mood of the place. And then last but not least, we're going to go back over there to Europe again because we're going to try to find Kate Middleton. I have her exact time and date, I guess you can say, that she was at the Wimbledon. That was July the 14th. So we're going to go back over there on that. But first, let's do the disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for the purpose such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and or research. Fair use is a use that is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, so let's get a few, make sure I got all of this nailed down before we call Spirit in. All right, so this, as you can see, we got the date up here already. And this was in the zip code of 75016. It was at a place called Chocardero, something like that. The Eiffel Tower, it's like a garden place. It's called the Chocardero Park. It's in the postal code 75016. And then we're going to go over here to the White House, and that zip code is 20500, 1600 Pennsylvania. And it doesn't matter what time we get there because, long as we've been there since Kamala's picked her running mate. So let's go there yesterday. Why am I looking behind me like it's a calendar behind me? Let's see. Yesterday was the 7th. All right, and last but not least, right here, Kate, when she went to Wimbledon with Princess Charlotte, and this was on July the 14th in postal code SW19. And you may be wondering, where did I get the SW19 from? Over here. See? SW19. Wait, I forgot a few letters. SW191P6. See, this is why you got to do your homework. Okay, let's see. Postal code SW191PS. All right, so this is where the Wimbledon game was at on July the 14th. Wimbledon is in the area of the urban southwest of London, and SW19 is a geographic postcode for all the England club. Okay, so now that we know where we're going, let's get over there. All right, let's go. Handle. All right, and we're going to start out with the Dark Mansion deck. So spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around because we're going to go to the Olympics opening ceremony. Now, the ceremony was held on July the 26th of 2024. It started at 1:30. Already that's getting on my nerves and it's only hit the table once. Alright, like I was saying, the opening ceremony was Friday, July the 26th of 2024. It was held in the same area. Got a jumper already. It was held in the same area as the Eiffel Tower. And we're in the postal code of 75016. Like I said, it's Friday, July the 26th. We're between the hours of 1:30 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. Now, once you get over there, you're going to notice that it is a lot of people over here. And everybody's celebrating, and it's so happy because the Olympics is back. Oh. And it only happens once every 4 years. So everyone's in top condition. But it begins with a sort of a dinner ceremony that people were saying was like a mockery of the Last Supper with Jesus and the disciples thing. And then there are other people that are saying it was depicting a scene from old Greek mythology, something called the Feast of Dionysus. So, Spirit, what I'm wanting to know is the organizers who put this opening ceremony together, what was their energy like when they were deciding what it should be about, or deciding like, how it should go? All right, so we have all three. So now we have our 4 cards for the first location. All right. So first up is the 3 of Swords. It's a little dark over here. It's the 3 of Swords. Let's look. Isn't a blue ribbon and when you take a blue ribbon, I think that's first prize, isn't it? Well, I'm supposing these are all the people who did take first place. They all compete. You see the little blue ribbon there? And I suppose it is some sort of a, some kind of a pendant or something. Alright, so that's what we would expect to see. A bunch of athletes who are number 1. Alright, so let's go over to the Omega Land deck just to see what they can tell us about these athletes. Alright, Spirit, we're at the opening ceremony. It's July the 26th, 2024. We're in the Trocadero Gardens. It's the place where the Eiffel Tower is. You can see the Eiffel Tower from where we are. What I wanted to know is, you've shown me all of the athletes, kinda in a way like a blue ribbon and a medal of sorts. What can you tell me about the mood of the athletes or anyone that is participating in the world? Absolutely, the whole world is watching. Well, the whole world was watching. Let's use this one. No, you know what? I'm going to use this one. So now we're going to use the the Ali Man's Tarot, the modified. Alright, Spirit, so you're right, the whole world was watching the opening ceremony. What was the message that the Olympic Committee wanted to send to the world with this ceremony or this celebration? What was the message? Alright, let's see what the message was. The Queen of Wands. can't think of her name. This is going off into the Phoenician. But the Statue of Liberty is actually a person, like a Phoenician goddess. I cannot think of her name. Watch, I think of it in the middle of the night. Right, I do remember. Her name was Melicania, something like that. A Phoenician goddess. And she was the motto for the Statue of Liberty. And that's what she is, they're showing me now. Is the goddess Melicania. You know what the word melancholy is, like the root word of that. Her name was like Melicandria or something like that. It was a Phoenician goddess. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, I think, didn't the Greeks invent the Olympics? Well, it started with them, even though Phoenician is not Greek. I don't know why I said that. All right, moving along. The next card we have is the Temperance. I don't know why it's a random chicken on this card, but that's what I'm supposed to be looking at. And I'm like, what is it doing there? I don't understand why it's there either. Do y'all see this random chicken right here? Maybe it's one of the audience members. Let's see. Because clearly the people who were watching didn't really understand what they were looking at. Alright, Spirit, we're still there over in Paris. We're in the park with the Eiffel Tower. It's July the 26th of 2024. We're in the postal code 75016. We're between the hours of 1:30 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. The opening ceremony is on the way. And thank you for showing us the Melicania was being represented. But now I see just a random chicken on a pole. What is this? What's the purpose? Why is the chicken there? Oh no, that is crazy. Oh, and there go the card pops out. And it was the moon. But first they were back to the random chicken, why it was there. Okay, so you know how they were saying that it was the Olympics were marking the Last Supper of Jesus Christ and his disciples. But actually the feast of Dionysus and Melicandria and all of them, they came before Jesus. So who was marking who? So it's kind of they're saying in the background, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? So we had to break that down. What did come first? I'm thinking the feast of Dionysus, the Greek god, was definitely before the Last Supper. So how can you mock something if you came first? It's very confusing. It's very confusing. But yeah, what came first, the chicken or the egg? But now it's like that, the thing Terrence Howard was saying over at Yale that one time when they asked him what came first, the chicken or the egg, and he said definitely the egg because the egg laid the chicken. I mean, the egg laid the egg. The chicken laid the egg. Ugh, I can barely talk. But yeah, the Feast of Dionysus came first. But the card that came out on that is the moon. Looks like a little teddy bear turning into a werewolf. And there were, I guess you can say there were drag performers there. Oh, Spirit said these are the Christians who was mad thinking that the Olympics was mocking their religion. Like, they may have started out cute little cuddly bears, but then they turned. The energy turned. They were really upset. I mean, I suppose the Olympic Committee can have artistic freedom. Whether it was drag queens or a Greek goddess or, chickens laying eggs. It's all up to interpretation. Alright, so we still have 2 more cards. Alright. So the third card is the 3 of Cups. Did they have food there? I didn't see any food there. But these people here are eating and drinking. It's like a banquet. I haven't seen a banquet in years. Alright, so let's clarify. And to clarify this banquet, we are going to use the Alice in Wonderland deck. Alright, Spirit, we're still at the opening ceremony. We might be towards the end of it now. They're showing me people eating and drinking. Like maybe there were refreshments or something. What can you tell me about the mood of the people at this banquet that occurred on July the 26th of 2024? Closer to the 5:15 p.m. Almost fell. The Queen of Wands, she's back. This is her over here the first time. Alright. Are we still on Melancholia? Were they toasting to her? I'm starting to think of a lot of subliminal stuff at that opening ceremony, because they are toasting this goddess Melancholia. I'm going to ask about her now since she keeps coming up in this reading. Alright, and to do that, we're going to use the Beauty of Horror deck. Alright, Spirit, we're over here. I thought we were at the Olympics. I'm pretty sure we're... Get it together. I'm pretty sure we were at the Olympics. No, we're still over there. It's Friday, July the 26th of 2024. We're in the postal code of 75016. And the opening ceremony has started, and we've seen quite a bit of it. And, we understand that the first religion, the Feast of Dionysus, did come first before the Last Supper. But for some reason, the energy of the Greek goddess Melancholia keeps coming. Why is she here? Why was she represented so strongly? Why was the subliminal imagery of Melancholia so present at the opening ceremony? Why was she here? Alright, so this is going to be the answer to why Melancholia was represented so much. The Queen of Pentacles. So somehow they are profiting off of her energy. Now, I can't remember if Melancholia was a good guy or a bad guy. I just know that she was a Phoenician goddess. But yeah, they're making money off of it. What do you see? This is why the goddess Melancholia was there. She had little horns. Alright, so now we know. Somehow she's attached to the money. Alright, so let's see the last card from the opening ceremony. The Tower. And we're actually at the Eiffel Tower. I like these people falling. See the people here? Now, I know that there was an athlete that was sleeping outside on the ground because they were saying the lodging where they were keeping the athletes did not have air conditioner. But for some reason, I'm not getting athletes at all. This is somehow they made a reference to 9/11, to the Twin Towers attack. I don't know how we got over here. I did some water after that, because why are we looking at 9/11 imagery? Clarify this immediately. Alright, so let's go back over to the Teddy Bear Tarot. Move these over before I knock them all over. Alright. Spirit, we are still at the opening ceremony. And it's just about wrapped up now. But for some reason, it's a flash of 9/11 imagery from the Twin Towers. What does 9/11 have to do with this opening ceremony, if anything? What's the connection? Why is 9/11 imagery showing up in the zip code of 75016? Alright, that's quite a bit. This is like a hose bag. I'm going to take these 3. We have a couple here of some sorts. These two, even though they don't traditionally go together, they can be consorts of some type. It's the High Priestess and the Emperor. This is an unexpected couple. And the other card that came out is the 5 of Wands. These came out with the bias 9/11 imagery here. Let's see. Look at them all together. Alright, so what I'm getting is this high priestess and emperor are like in two different countries. Probably two different religions as well. But the Olympics is bringing everybody together in a lot of ways, like 9/11 had brought everyone together in the States. But again, I guess there was some sort of a attack around the opening ceremonies, and like a train or something. There was sabotage of a train system. Did they catch the people, I wonder? Because these 5 guys here, their eyes and their faces still kind of hidden, like they're unknown. It still could be some terrorist activity. Who's to say? Huh. Well, that was an interesting ceremony. I don't know why Melancholia was there so much. Alright, so let's leave. Alright, Spirit, come back from there. We're not at the Olympics anymore. Come back. Alright, we're gonna where are we going? Oh, right. Oh, I'm excited. We're going to the White House. We're gonna see what can I say her name right? Kamala Harris. We're gonna see what she got going on, what they're doing over there. Alright. Start over. Alright. Start with this one. Move these down. Alright, Spirit. Come back. Oh, I know you haven't gone too far. Come back here to the States. Come back to America. Alright. We are back. We're in today's date. No, actually we decided we're going to go to yesterday. It's August the 7th. It's August the 7th. It's August the 7th, and we're in the zip code of 20500. Can these cards not shuffle today? We're at the physical address of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. We're at the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. And we have our first card. We're in the zip code of 20500. We're inside the White House because another one. They're talking quick about the White House. We only need 2 more. We're inside the White House because we're going to see what is the mood of Kamala and her running mate, Watts. Am I saying that right? Watts. What is the mood like? Oh. Alright, we only need 1 more. We're at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. The date is the August the 7th of 2024. We're in a zip code of 20500. Kamala has chosen her running mate. What is the mood in the White House after the mate was chosen, the running mate? Alright. We have all 4 cards for the White House. I do was doing? Why was Melacania represented so hard at that festival? Well, ceremony. Anyways, we're over here now. Alright, so the very first card is this one, and it says motel, stay for a good time, not a long time. And remember, we're at the White House, and we're asking about Kamala and her running mate. And it's you know, it's kind of interesting that this card that comes out and it says stay for a good time, not a long time, because there are certain factions of people who say that Trump, if he is reelected, he's gonna you know, he wants to try to turn it into like a monarchy situation to where he's the only president forever until he dies or something like that, like it's done in other countries sometime. You know, like Putin in Russia, I think he's just there until he stops breathing. So at least with Kamala and her running mate, Spirit is saying they're not trying to take over. They just want to, you know, do their 4 years and get out. So that's good. The last thing we need is somebody rewriting history. All right. So, Spirit, we are at the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. It's August the 7th, and we're in the zip code of 20500. And you showed me that Kamala and her running mate, they want to do just their 4 years, and they want to get out. Alright, so we got Kamala's energy came out. This one here, the High Priestess, is her energy. And as you can see from all the things at her feet, she has a lot of resources in her campaign. And you know, the High Priestess is a bit of a, she keeps secrets. She knows things that other people don't know. But the things at her feet are all of the resources that are being given or provided, or the resources that are, you know, available to her. Oh, Lord. Now, we're trying to see about Kamala and her running mate. But this tower is, it has Trump's energy on it. Like, her coming into the race kind of, I don't want to say ruined his plans, but it definitely shook it up to where, like, he doesn't know for sure what's going to happen. Like, I suppose nobody knows for sure what's going to happen, but Kamala entering the race, like, kind of ruined his race in a way. He's not getting the numbers he thought he was going to get. Not anymore. Alright. So that's good. I guess that's what you want to see. Alright. The second card at the White House is the Page of Swords. Now, the thing you gotta know about the Page of Swords, he's a spy. No matter what deck he shows up in, when you see the Page of Swords, just know that somebody is, you know, looking and talking. So let's see what we can find out about this spy. And to do that, we're going to use the spider deck. Alright, Spirit, we're at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We're in Washington, D.C. The date is the August 7th of 2024. We're in the zip code 20500. And as we are inside of the White House, you know, Kamala's running her race, and Biden's, hanging out, doing whatever he does. But you've shown me a spy, someone inside the White House. All right. Let's see who the spy is. Ooh, what came out is unfairness. So somehow the spy is uncovering something that can be deemed as unfair. Like, I guess they found something. Well, let's see what they found. And to try to see what the spy has found, we're going to use the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Alright, Spirit, we're at the White House. We're there. Kamala's there. Her running mate is soon to be there. There are a lot of people inside the White House. There's a lot of people that work there. But somebody is playing both sides. What did the person that's playing both sides, the spy person, what do they see that they deem is unfair at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, zip code 20500, August the 7th? The spy has seen something that he or she thinks is unfair. Please show me what the spy saw that's unfair. Anybody know what did they see? Not in here? It is in here. Uh-oh, we got the Demon Time card. And we have the Strength. Let's see. Now, right away, to me, the lady's feet is off the ground. They're saying in a way like she's being carried. Like she's running her race, but they're saying it's kind of, I guess, unfair that she's being carried, kind of like riding a wave. Like they're trying to say that she's not having to work as hard as maybe some of the other candidates. Whether she's being carried or running her own race, I don't see what the problem is. Like, a lot of politicians have people that contribute to their party. And I guess she did have quite a bit of resources at her feet to be used there. But the spy think it's unfair that they're trying to say that she's just along for the ride. Whether you're along for the ride or not, I think it would still take a lot of energy to stay on to this, to stay attached to this wild animal. If it was running, if you were actually riding it, I would imagine it's pretty hard to stay up there. Alright, so the other card that came out, and we were asking what the spy saw that he thought was unfair, is the Nine of Wands, which usually denotes like some kind of a burden. Dang it. Alright. So this is like the spy person, right? But you see this person up here at the top of the card that he has to report back to? That's like his their boss, or the person that sent them to spy in the first place. And so you better find something good. And I can imagine that is a bit of a burden. Somebody's trying to make you dig up dirt on a person, and the only thing you can find to dig up is that you think they're getting more help than you. Boo hoo hoo. Alright. Let's go over to. We have 2 cards left. Now I'm thirsty. Hold on. I'm surprised Trump's energy is showing up so strong in this reading about the White House. It's like, that's your old address, man. You don't live there anymore. Back off. Alright, let's see. This card is spooky. I do not know what is going on at the White House. Why are people so mad? This person here on the 3 of Swords, and sometimes the 3 of Swords could mean somebody getting their heart broke. But this person right here is so mad that they literally want to claw their eyes out. Their own eyes out. Wow, it's a lot of hostility in the White House right now. I've never been so mad at another person that I wanted to pluck my own eyes out to stop from seeing them win. It's kind of spooky that it's that many people in there that just, they don't really seem to like her. We got a spy and the spy's boss, which is breathing down his neck to make him find something. And now we have another person that just wants to claw their own eyes out. And let's ask about this crazy person. It's not funny. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the Alimen's Tarot, the one that this card came out of. Alright, let's put this angry person right here. Who knows, it could be Trump wanting to claw his eyes out. We're going to see who. Spirit, be showing me someone that is in or around the White House at the physical address of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The date is August the 7th of 2024. We're in a zip code of 20500. We were wanting to get the overall energy inside of the White House now that Kamala has picked her running mate. We wanted to see what the mood was like in there, like what are they doing? But you showed me somebody that's really upset. Dang. The death card came out. That's how mad they are. That the death card came out when I started talking about it. Wow. That is so scary to me. Why is this person so upset? What can you tell me about this person that's very upset with what they are seeing happening? Alright, let's see what let's see who it is, maybe. The Ace of Wands. Now this is a robot hand holding this wand. So I don't think they got robots in the White House. Is this I don't even know if that's a word. An environmentalist, like somebody who advocates for the environment. Cause it's showing me like chemtrails. You know those weird clouds that it's everybody say the chemtrail is something different. Maybe they were lobbying for the environment. Something to do with chemtrails. I'm going to ask about why are we seeing chemtrails right now? This doesn't make sense. And I'm guessing environmentalist is a word, I think. Just somebody who advocates for the environment. Like, that whole global warming thing, all of that. And I do not know why this desk is still squeaking. Alright. Spirit, as we are at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, it's August the 7th of 2024. We're in zip code 20500. And there was somebody that was just really upset with what they were seeing and hearing in the White House. What does this have to do with chemtrails and the environment? What does this race have to do with chemtrails and the environment as they are right now? Ooh. All right. Dang, so we're going to go straight to the, yeah, this person is like some kind of activist or something. Because they also have, like, you see the guns up here? Like, the environment is also, somehow connected to, like, gun rights and stuff. Oh, I think these people are called lobbyists. Well, at any rate, the environmentalists or the lobbyists are, they do not like it. Alright, let's go over to the last card. Alright, and here we have the Hangman, which normally denotes just somebody kind of waiting, hanging around. Now, normally the hangman would actually be a man. But all we have here is a cat. Now, I don't know if Kamala has a cat. Now, again, the man is not there. There should be a person here. And you see like that empty cross in the background? They are wanting to nail somebody to that cross, like martyr, someone to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Who will it be? Maybe they're going to nail Trump to the cross. I guess it's a bit of a witch hunt. Who's going to get nailed to this cross at the White House? Let's ask. Alright, so So we're going to go over to the Beauty of Horror deck. Maybe the empty cross is left over from the Olympics opening ceremony. Shut up. Alright. So, Spirit, you're showing me an empty cross at the White House. Nobody's getting nailed to it yet. Why is it important for there to be a loser? Why must someone be nailed up there? Because you can't have a winner without a loser. Nah. As you can see, this man is passing the flowers over to the woman. This is the Six of Cups, which is about reciprocity, giving and taking. You know, as above, so be below, that type of thing. I must say though, overall, I think the mood is quite nice. There are a lot of people there that don't. Well, not a lot. There's two for sure. We got a spy, and then we got a lobbyist, an environmentalist person. That's okay. The spy and the environmental person is not very happy, but everybody else is happy. Now, in these flowers, like I'm actually wearing a shirt with daisies on it. So you see all the daisies, right? But the one that he's passing to the woman, those look like lilies. I want to say they're lilies. And lilies mean a new beginning or a beginning. Is this Joe Biden passing the torch off to Kamala? Could be. Alright, and at any rate, Trump's camp is very upset about this. They feel like she has an easy ride. Everyone's doing the work for her. But that's not necessarily true. She used to be a prosecutor. Alright, so let's come back from the White House and we'll get ready to go to the game in Wimbledon. Put all of these back where they come from. All right. So here we are. We've come back. Alright, now try to think, do I want my other notes for this Kate Middleton read? I have them, they're close. I did her a while ago. Oh, found it. Alright, but we're going to look for her at the game. And we're going to try to follow her home. We're going to really try. Alright. Like, sometimes it makes the noise and sometimes it don't. I got the whole can of the spray right here, so it's like, why the hell is the desk still squeaking? I might have to buy a new desk. I don't know. Alright. Spirit, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around because we want to go back over to Europe. We're wanting to go to Wimbledon. And we want to be there on the date of July the 14th. We're at the physical postal code address of SW191PS. Now we're at a very famous sporting event. It's called Wimbledon. We're going to start out with the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Alright, we are at Wimbledon. As I said, we're at a game between Novak and Carlos. Men's singles competition. And Kate is there. She first showed there in, I think, 2013. And she's there again. Alright, so we got one card. So as Kate is here, she's with Princess Charlotte, and we're wanting to know the energies around Kate as she is here at this game on July the 14th at Wimbledon. We're in the postal code SW191PS. No, it's way too many. Alright, as I was saying, we were wanting the energy of Kate Middleton as she is watching the game, the tennis match on July the 14th between Novak and Carlos. I want the energy around Kate Middleton at Wimbledon, July the 14th, 2024. She's watching a game between Novak and Carlos. What is her energy like? I'm looking at another deck. Yeah, not in here. You know what? I haven't used these yet. So let's look inside the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Alright, we are wanting Kate Middleton's energy on July the 14th of 2024. She is at Wimbledon, a tennis match between Novak and Carlos. We're in the postal code of SW191PS. We are in Wimbledon. It's July the 14th. We're with Kate Middleton. Still too many. Can anybody see Kate Middleton on July the 14th in the postal code of SW191PS? Alright, one of them fell face down, two of them face up. So we're going to look at the one that fell face down and put the two up. We are looking for Kate Middleton. This is the Four of Candles. Why did I flip it over and start looking at it? Well, let's see what the one card was that came out. Alright, so the one card that came out was the King of Pentacles. And this has the energy of the man, the Novak man that won the match. So we have the winner of the match here. And these like vampire looking people. And as I'm looking, I'm trying to see, like, is there something special about these vampires? And all I'm getting is handlers. I guess people who, handle famous people, keep them in line, make sure they're hitting all their marks. Again, no Kate. It's deja vu. Let's see why we can see handlers, though. Alright, Spirit, we were trying to look for Kate Middleton as she was on July the 14th at the Wimbledon game in the postal code SW1 in the postal code SW191PS. It's July the 14th. We're looking for Kate. What the hell? Why is he back out here? The King of Coins. It's the winner. It's the guy that won again. Well, he was clearly having him a moment, because they're like, Kate who? The Novak guy is here. It's crazy that his energy is bigger than hers, and she's the possible queen to be. And the tennis energy is out. John and her energy. Spirit, can anybody see Kate Middleton as she was on July the 14th of 2024? We're at Wimbledon. We're in the postal code of S191PS. S191PS. It's July the 14th. We're looking for Kate Middleton at the tennis match between Novak and Carlos. Let's see. Alright, what came out is Judgment. Like this kind of a blue jay. Now, Judgment is usually the card about, like, somebody coming back. Like the final judgment when we all get up again. Alright, so let's just ask. Alright, Spirit, we're at the Wimbledon game on July the 14th. It's a match between Novak and Carlos. The Novak guy won and went on to play in the Olympics. But why is the Judgment card here as it is concerning to Kate Middleton as she was on July the 14th when she was in the postal code of SW191P6? Right, like, what does this have to do with her? The Fool. This Fool is very childlike. But to me the energy is real childlike. I'm getting the energy of not the handlers or the Novak guy that won. To me, this fool person has the energy of like a reporter or a photographer. Like he's ignorant to like the other people that are there pulling the strings. It's like if you went someplace where everybody had on a mask, but you didn't. Like they all know something that you don't know. Well, the person that was sent over there to, I guess, observe Kate, or to write a story about her or whatever, that they didn't know any of the other people that were there. Like they were ignorant to the fact that it was handlers there pulling the strings. They were only reporting on what they seen on the surface. And on the surface, I guess everything looks okay. But again, this is the second time I have done a Kate Middleton read, and everybody done showed up but her. We got the guy that won. Then we got some handlers pulling the string, and then we have a idiot reporter that don't even know what they're really looking at. But we don't have any Kate Middleton, so her energy is still missing as far as I'm concerned. We could not find her again. Stressing me out. Alright, if you found this read interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.